Just like that one.
Okay, got it.
Driver's side, first part.
We're still mid-A. We got line cover with the background passenger trailer. Gardner at Riviera Restaurant, 5650 South Route 53, 5650 South Route 53 at Riviera Restaurant, went up with the squad, 2104 WKD716. 3301, go ahead. We can take another one back here when you're ready. Okay.
I didn't have your number, and like I said, I would have called you and told you I'll get going on it.
Watch yourself. I don't want you to fall.
My name is Roger BKE. I'm a fire investigator, firefighter, and EMT with Gardner Fire Department. I don't have a whole lot that I can share with you right now. I can tell you that, obviously we have had a fire this evening. It's still a working fire at this point. We are trying to extinguish it completely. We are going to be doing an active investigation at this point. I really can't share any details. I don't want to jeopardize the investigation. However, we will be doing an active investigation. The building itself is a Riviera Restaurant. It's been in existence for a number of decades. Some of the history for the building, apparently at one point it was considered a hangout for Al Capone. It does have a streetcar in the back. It is part of the historic Route 66 registry. I don't really have a whole lot of other detail for you either about the building. Just that it has not been operational for the last couple of months.
So officially, at the time of the fire, the building was vacant.
I can't say vacant, I can just say that it has not been in operation in the last 2.5 months. It was not open to the general public, but again, I'd rather that not go out either because, again, we don't want to jeopardize our investigation.
Just heard explosions just before these flames started shooting out of the historic Route 66 restaurant. Firefighters faced a serious challenge extinguishing this blaze.
We have no fire hydrants out here. We've had to set up a number of pumping stations in the area. We brought in a number of tenders or tankers, as they're also known, to come out and shuttle water back and forth. That's been our biggest obstacle, is getting water here.
Fortunately, no injuries are reported. During Prohibition, Capone and his crew would hide alcohol and slot machines in this restaurant's vault.
Restaurant with ties to gangster Al Capone.
The first witnesses who spent their days in the River Road house on Route 66 during the Prohibition era. But last night, flames destroyed the restaurant in Gardner. The fire broke out at about 8 o'clock. Fire officials said explosions could be heard coming from inside the building. It took more than a dozen fire departments to control the blaze.
We've had to set up a number of pumping stations in the area. We brought in a number of tenders or tankers, as they're also known, to come out and shuttle water back and forth. That's been our biggest obstacle, is getting water here.
The restaurant had a bar in the basement where people would dance and drink during Prohibition. The owner said there was also a vault down there where Capone would hide alcohol and slot machines during raids. No one was hurt in the fire.
Historic restaurant. Firefighters were called out to the restaurant last night in the small town of Gardner. Gardner is located about 60 miles southwest of Chicago. Firefighters could do little to save the Riviera Restaurant. Local officials say the restaurant, which is located along historic Route 66, was once Al Capone's hideout. Firefighters had a hard time getting water on the building because there were no fire hydrants nearby. Tankers were called in to bring water. Crews from several communities in the area were also called in to help battle this fire.
It's been in existence for a number of decades. Some of the history for the building, apparently at one point it was considered a hangout for Al Capone. It does have a streetcar in the back. It is part of the historic Route 66 registry.
No one was hurt in this fire. An investigation is now underway.
Witnesses reported several small explosions. No one was injured, but the building was destroyed. The restaurant was built in 1928, and owners say people came there to drink during Prohibition. They said there was a vault in the building where Capone and his cronies would hide booze and slot machines during a raid. The Riviera Roadhouse closed in January of last year, but was reopened months later under new ownership.
We have no fire hydrants out here. We've had to set up a number of pumping stations in the area. We brought in a number of tenders or tankers, as they're also known, to come out and shuttle water back and forth. That's been our biggest obstacle, is getting water here.
Officials are still investigating the cause of the blaze.
Last night, it's in Gardner, which is about 60 miles south of Chicago and along the historic Route 66. Fire investigators say there were several small explosions at the scene, but no one was injured. The Roadhouse restaurant was a hangout for Capone during Prohibition and once held a safe that Capone used to hide booze during raids. It had recently reopened after being closed for about a year. Well, if anyone...